Good evening, everyone. Welcome live to the World Cup 2025. So tonight we are announcing how the cut works for this tournament. So the elimination bracket, the seeded teams that have made it through in the top 4 positions, and everyone else that will get picked tonight. And joining me are another couple of the organizers, Hannes and Magnus. Good evening.
Evening.
So, let's check what we have, right? So we had a pretty long Swiss, many weeks. So we needed basically 7 weeks to play all the games, plus extra week for the online worlds. Extended that round. So basically we've been here for 2 months now, and we have had the teams coming through in the top positions. So maybe the most impressive in the big group, the Song group on this occasion, Norway has gone through with undefeated, just a single draw when they were already guaranteed to be top of the group in the end. And 2 more places were available in that group. So Greece and France had a dead tie for second and third place, so they had to play an extra game, and Greece won that one. So Greece is now second. They will be seeded fourth for the cut, basically. And France is third in this group, also going through, but they can be picked by the top 4 teams. And Austria just missing out. Nice push in the end with a couple of wins, and they almost made it if some results went their way. So one of the big favorites is gone. And we also say goodbye to Commonwealth, which is the UK, I guess, and China Fire and Italy. And then we have the small 2 groups. So Group Fire was won actually by China. So on the Jousting Pavilion you see just the results added from the final round where teams played, then the same ranked team from the other group. So USA has overtaken China Ice, but basically it was fixed at the point where the groups, the round robin in those particular groups ended. So China Ice won that group, but also through our USA and Liechtenstein, who won that third place playoff against Spain from the other group. And we say goodbye to another favorite here, Czech Republic, and also Germany and Hungary. Here is still something to be reported, but don't worry about that. We'll get that fixed soon. And then Group Ice, we have, as expected, Catalonia on top, undefeated. Second place was Slovenia, and then Spain with the final push, 2 wins in the last 2 rounds of the group against Israel and Poland. They caught that third place for the playoff, but didn't make it through. Lost to Liechtenstein in the end. And also China Storm started really well, then unfortunately Bamboo, who was playing most of the games, was unavailable last 2 rounds. Here he is recovering from whatever the problem was there, so wish him all the best. And also Poland and Israel have failed to make it through to the cut. So any huge surprises for you guys?
I think maybe like in the slightly negative way, Austria was one of my main favorite to win the whole tournament, and they had a troublesome start, so maybe that one, and maybe, as you say, like Norway is undefeated. I think that also is a big surprise, even though I always say that we will do well, but yeah, I think most will agree.
Actually, I looked up like last time you went out against Catalonia in the cut, right? But you went out in a Champions match, right?
Yeah, that's true. There's a lot of banter in the Norwegian team about that as well,
Yes,
because
and
yeah,
that means the last game that Norway has completely lost without a Champions game was the very first game of last World Cup against the USA. So they might be a terrible enemy for you. And the other
yeah.
statistic I want to point out, which is even more insane, is, as far as I've looked up, since we have the GOT World Cup, excluding Battle of Nations, I think Catalonia has not lost one single match in the Swiss. They've either won everything or drawn, I think, 2, 3 games, something like that. So if I've looked it up correctly, they don't know what it's like to lose in Swiss in the World Cup. So they have always started very strong there, but so far they've not claimed the title. Maybe this year will be the year. Who knows?
Yeah, in my personal rankings ahead of the World Cup, I had Catalonia on top. Uh, it's not too bad, my rankings. I did have Austria, I think, in third or fourth place. So for me, the biggest surprise is Austria not making it, and the biggest positive surprise has to be Norway on top of that group, which honestly looked pretty tough. Okay, we didn't know what the China team would be here because they have 3 teams, and we didn't know how they would split their players, and we didn't know exactly the Commonwealth team how they would go because they have also a big team and some players who are not playing that much, and we didn't know if Henry would go crazy again, play all the games and win. But just short in the end. But everything else kind of not too bad. Okay, Germany, some that are just loosely following things. Maybe they think Germany should have qualified. They didn't send many of their top players this year, so they were not predicted that highly, I guess, by most people. And yeah, Liechtenstein, on the other hand, very strong team. And the most interesting thing now is who will, of course, the captains pick, who will they want to avoid. And let's get onto that elimination bracket. So if any of the captains want to join, those that are making picks in particular, well, we have Magnus here already, and Lannister will join us, and Super Duck has gone to bed, so we're not getting him. And then Tassos, who picks for Greece. Greece will pick last, so they will only have one choice. So, but anyone else of the captains that wants to join, those that are getting picked, also feel free to do so. I'll get your reactions, no worries. Let's see how the just the order. So as you know, it's a little bit complicated, the system. So we had the first pick of the 2 was decided between the winner of the big group, so Song, which is Norway, and the winner of the extra first place match between China Ice and Catalonia, and that match went 4-4, so we had to split them. I don't know, maybe it will prove that it was not that important who gets to pick first and where they land in particular, but maybe just maybe winning that extra game will matter in the end to get the opponent you want. And it was Catalonia who won that game. I think it was Albert Lorenzo playing. He was I can show you. Last year was struggling a bit with Targaryen, but this year kind of been one of the star players here, just winning everything with Targaryen crossing and a bit being in that extra game. And also the France-Greece decider was exciting. Greece won that one. So in the end, it works out that Norway will pick first because they have the better tournament record compared to Catalonia. Catalonia will pick second. Then China, Ice, and Greece also. So we had to decide who picks third and who picks fourth. That's also decided by tournament record, and China Ice has the better record. So China Ice will pick third, and Greece is left with whatever it's left with. And the bracket is assembled same as last year. Let's see if we have the graphic working for that. There we are. So here is how it works out. So Norway is on top as first seed, and Catalonia is on the bottom as second seed. And then the team that was in the big group lands in the other group, so they don't meet the winner of the big group in the semi-finals potentially, and then the loser of that extra game between China and Catalonia lands against the winner of the big group. So those that were following last year will remember that this is how we did it, and here it is again. Hopefully we haven't fucked this up. So 3 of the organizers were in Italy over the weekend, and really doing this pretty quickly. Has not been much time, so hopefully everything has gone correctly here. And
Yeah,
yeah,
and I noticed that the Lannister also joined the voice chat now, so maybe you can hear from him before we start picking about the tournament so far.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, what's up? Yeah, what did you want to know?
I just talked about we started to talk about the tournament and what we've seen so far, who's been the surprise, what's been as expected, and things like that. And just wanted to hear from you, our arch nemesis from the from the last World Cup. How are you guys doing? How has the tournament been for you guys?
The question is, how are you guys doing it? Like, what happened? Like, are you doping or something?
Of
Norway
course, of course.
is good. You must have like very good salmon lately over there because like what a landslide, right?
Yeah, it's been terrific so far. So we just try to keep the momentum here.
Incredible. Yeah, no, tournament as always. This tournament is awesome and our team takes it super seriously and we enjoy so much because like we are in our WhatsApp channel pretty much all week, like talking stuff and just like look what happened there, look at what are we gonna do, strategizing and criticizing our own performances and laughing about it. And I don't know, is this tournament for Catalonia team is really peak. Is really peak of the one of the peaks of the year. And yeah, so far going very well. It's true that it kind of felt like it stretched a bit in time, but yeah, that's I guess something we can just look for next year's in case it can smooth out in any way. But yeah, tournament super awesome. And look, in the end, we suffered a lot in this matchup against China. Was super tough. And turns out that then the picks that we can make, they are all very, I don't know, top teams. There's no real preference, honestly. Like they are all very strong. So there's not like really a chance to get it easier by any means.
yeah, I think last year there was Germany lurking about because the draw worked out with I think China, Germany, and Austria in the same group, and one of them was always going to be among the teams that can be picked. So just having the chance to avoid that seemed super important. But this time, yeah, honestly, there isn't like a huge favorite among the teams that you could pick from, and there isn't an easy opponent. There was never going to be an easy opponent here because
Yeah.
eight top teams make it through among the 19, and yeah.
So actually, there is a question on the chat of why we don't play 8 regions, and the truth is that Catalonia we are not like really on much into online tournaments. We don't really participate much because do unless except for me, I'm the only one on Discord pretty much. Like my peers are like really in real life oriented. So the World Cup is our exception. This is like kind of a big deal to us, but we really it's impossible for us to really make it for the other ones.
Very nice. But I think I said earlier, Catalonia has not lost a single Swiss game in any of the three World Cups that we had so far, so excluding Battle of the Nations. But the last two times you went out in the semifinals. So what do you think? Can you make the final this year?
I mean that I think that the farthest we've arrived was like I don't know, was it final or semi-final? I don't know if we ever made it to the final. Now I don't recall, but we will be super excited to reach the final. I mean, we feel strong this year, and as I said, Albert is now having breakfast and is feeling, and it's because last time we had to reach semifinals, losing that single game every single time, and knowingly that we were gonna lose it, and still we made it to that far. But this year, our Targaryen is really in shape. So yeah, I think that we feel more confident even than last year.
Cool. So
Yes.
then we can start the picks, right?
Yes, so just before we move on to that, so since 8 regions was mentioned, that will be starting soon. We have registration opening just in a week or two, right? We'll announce, we'll see if we can announce who the regions are. We're still going through the process there to invite people. But just to anyone who is in doubt, right? There are some players who prefer not to play online, obviously, but everyone basically who has played 1-8 regions has said that it was a great tournament. I don't know if anyone's really disappointed to enter and then struggle. I guess some people, depending on your personality if you can get into it like most people do. But I think most people really enjoy that tournament. So if you are in doubt, and people from Catalonia and from other places where online playing is not so popular, just reconsider, enter that. It's a great tournament. You get into a team, and then you get involved in the deck building and in the team spirit and everything. It's a great tournament. So I invite everyone to take part in that. Yeah, so we'll be picking now just another thing. So it is Tuesday evening. It was supposed to be matches start on Monday and on Sunday. A couple of captains have said that time might be tight, so we're not going to have any games are not played because people can't schedule. We're not going to have anything like that. So we are hoping that teams can schedule within the time that was basically predicted for the rounds. So if you can, please do so. And if someone has to play on Monday is the perfect day, or Tuesday is the perfect day. We can make this work, and we'll see if we can catch up over the 3 weeks where the cut is played. So no worries there. So yes, now I think it is time. So Norway has the first pick, and I will leave it to Magnus.
Yeah, thank you. We've been discussing a lot the last day about what we're gonna pick. As you mentioned, it was you and me. Mia was in Italy in a tournament together with the captain of Liechtenstein, among others. And after playing 2 hours against Alex. Like I had 2 games against Alex, both lasted 1 hour. Liechtenstein was just, nah, this is not gonna happen. I'm not gonna sit there playing a full hour game against Alex. I won't push my luck there. I went 1-1 against him in the tournament, so Liechtenstein was out of the question pretty early, and so we had the 3 left, and we just looked at the decks, and like they're all good, but then we found something, and it was now my pick comes. It's got to be France, and it's because they had one less shadow decks than the others. so France is our pick for the top cut. Oh, the graphic works. The graphic works.
I hope
Perfect,
it does. I'm not super precise with this. I have to move it around a little bit, but I hope it's where it's supposed to be. So there we are.
Looks correct, at least.
Yeah, I wasn't sure where this was going when you were starting to talk. I was thinking, oh, are they actually picking Liechtenstein on purpose? But no. Okay, France.
I mean, they are a former champion from 2023, so good
Yeah,
luck.
I think like the teams that we can pick from, like every single team that's here is very good teams with very good decks, and we looked at the decks as well. Like there's so many good decks, so it was hard, but maybe fitting us the best, I don't know. It's gonna be a cool match against really awesome people, so yeah, we're really looking forward to it.
Yeah, so the group game was 5-3, right? But France was 3-1 up there, so get a repeat of that.
Yeah. So we know it's gonna be rough. It was a great match, and we had some banter in the French chat towards the end there, where I challenged everyone when there were 3. I think they were 3-0 up or something, and I told them that I'm bringing all the Norwegian to your French nationals if Norway wins, and you will bring all the French guys to the Norwegian nationals if we won. So yeah, we'll see how many that will arrive.
Okay, so next pick then is Catalonia. Let's see what you pick.
Hey, so wow, this is tricky because actually, I mean, we are very kind of like intimidated by all the teams. Our first discard was definitely USA, just for a reason of time zone. Just we played with China twice with different China teams in the last 2 weeks, and it's been a bit demanding in terms of like time zones for us, right? So we wanted just to be a European team. Then we were gonna go up probably for between France and Slovenia because like Marcel told us that Alex can be very hard and like he's like really like think about it. So I said doesn't matter. So in the end, like we and even like sounds crazy because actually it's the match that we kind of struggled the most in the Swiss. But we feel like kind of going crazy and try again. So we are gonna go for Slovenia.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not too surprised. I would not want to probably play Liechtenstein or USA either. So yeah, makes sense to try to
Honestly,
avoid
I
them.
don't know Alex so much. I know he's a massive player, but seeing that Malka was like so decided, I said, okay, I trust your judgment. And I don't know, we feel like taking the revenge with Slovenia and give it another go. It's gonna be fun. So yeah, we go for it.
Yeah, so last time it was 4-4. It was 4-1 at one point, but we had our best matchups left for the end and were able to draw that one. And yeah, I would accept another 4-4 and then we play the decider. That would be pretty nice.
Oh yeah, let's go for that.
But honestly, if Slovenia had to pick among the four teams that were seeded here, Catalonia I think would be last pick for us. So I think it's the strongest opponent. So we'll see.
No,
Sorry.
I got very traumatized with that Baratheon deck. Like it really was like just like seeing you play for like 3 rounds, right? So it was like very tough. But still, we kind of like we go like that. We today just like passed challenges like that when we only had to hit for like winning the game. But we are like that. We're kind of crazy. So let's try it.
But I got to just shoot in there because if Catalonia had been a possible pick, we would pick Catalonia.
Yeah.
Because we think that Catalonia is the best team in the tournament. They got to be beaten sometime, and they beat us so barely last time. So we really want to have a go at Catalonia, and I guess now we need to win every single match to get the opportunity to fight you guys. So we're gonna try our best.
About to say whether this is preponed final trash talk, but now you almost reverse psychology by talking them up, so nobody knows what's going on anymore, Magnus.
Yeah, awesome.
Zini, we are so ready to get Norway back to the ground again. I think you're dreaming too high. So we are gonna keep being your like your worst nightmare. So we're ready.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool, mate. I'm really excited if we could face you. It would be really cool. But we got to do our
Hopefully.
real work before that could happen.
Hopefully, yeah. Let's aim for that.
Yeah, so we have another rematch from the Swiss stage. So Norway and France in the same group, Catalonia and Slovenia in the same group, and China Ice was in the group with USA and Liechtenstein. So we'll get another repeat there. So teams, it was possible for teams to avoid this. I kind of speculated maybe you don't want to play team from the same group again, or maybe you do because you played them and you thought, okay, we can beat them, and let's just pick that safe option. So we'll get 3 repeats. Get them over it, and then maybe fresh matches for the ending. So China Ice picks next. I think Super Duck has gone to bed. So Hannes, you have their picks?
Yes, they pick Liechtenstein.
Oh, okay. Does anyone remember how the group game went between them?
Let's check. They won against Liechtenstein, I think. Yes, they won. But I don't know exactly the score.
I can check real quick.
Yeah. Sure.
I can't imagine it was more than 5-3. So the question is, did anyone go through all the possible individual matchups that can happen? Like so you have 8 possible decks to play against, so 8 times 8 basically, and then you check across all the teams. Is anyone trying that hard? I know Slovenia, if we had the pick, maybe if there was time, we would have a nice, good chat. And China, I think if any team is doing that, China maybe has looked at the matchups, or do you think they go by gut feeling and say, okay, we beaten Liechtenstein, they're beatable, let's just take them ahead of USA?
5-3, yeah.
Mm.
Well, Greece has to pick the US now, right?
USA, the toughest one, I guess, for everyone here.
But
Interesting.
they have the current US champion in their team, so he knows how to beat the others, right? So I think that Francis is current US champion, and he plays for Greece, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this like Greece USA. That's a rough matchup. Like that's a cool matchup. I hope we get to watch some of their games. Like time zone might be hard, but yeah, that will be a real cool one.
So, everyone in the chat, what's your pick now for the tournament winner? I guess most people here are still involved and will just back themselves, but everyone else seems really, really tough. I would personally, if Slovenia was somehow out, stick with my original prediction that it's between Catalonia and China, and after the tournament has started and I've seen the players in the decks a little bit leaning towards Catalonia there, but since we're still playing, I will try our best to prevent that from happening.
Then I'll front Norway if you front Catalonia.
There we go. There we go. Nice, honest. Yeah, to be fair, I think Catalonia is still the favorites here. The Catalonians, if they manage to beat Slovenia, they'll still get like the brackets are like this. You get Catalonia, Slovenia. The winner from that meets Greece or USA.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's. I think. Yeah, it's gonna be rough, no, for everyone in this tournament. But I think still Catalonia is the best team. I think it's the one to beat. So Catalonia or I also fear Team Alex at the top bracket there, Liechtenstein. Of course, China is also super strong, but yeah, I think like Catalonia, Liechtenstein maybe, and we Norway has done great, so I cannot count us out. We've been the best team so far. You can look at the stats; that it's crazy, but it's the truth. So we need to keep on going, and then we might have a shot as well to get to the final at least. I don't know.
Yeah, the top half has, I think now the last 4 winners of this tournament. So in the last 5 years, I think 1 year we didn't have the tournament, but in the last 5 years, 3 wins for China, 1 for France. So
Yeah.
tough. France, okay, is not at their full strength this year, so they were picked first. So maybe team's not scared, but yeah, China 3 times in the last 4 editions has won this tournament, and I think on the bottom none of the teams have won the World Cup yet. So we had previously there were some tournaments that were kind of the unofficial World Cup and stuff like that. I think at Stalek they used to have a team tournament with nations playing on the final day, and I remember Greece had really good results and won it a few times there. I'm not sure who was playing at the time. I think record still exists somewhere, but Greece always has been strong in team tournaments. And yeah, the fact that no one wanted to pick USA here also means that teams give them a chance, and we've talked about Catalonia a lot as well. So I would not commit that the winner will come from the top half this year. I think it's pretty well balanced. Really, almost everyone, I guess, has a chance here. Before the tournament started, I'd say maybe Norway doesn't have an actual chance to win. But yeah, I think we have to get rid of that opinion now.
Yeah, it's yeah. We'll see. We'll see, guys. I think just one match after the other, and yeah, let's see if yeah. I got a message here from a buddy of mine, and which said, "Curse of King of Swiss will come for Norway." So we'll hope that won't happen, but yeah, it can. It can.
Yeah. So Hannes will take care of the individual pairing. So I hope everyone has, in case you swapped some players around for the final round, if it didn't matter for you or whatever, if the timing didn't work out, I hope everyone has corrected their player roster ahead of the next round. We don't want people switching too much mid-round because it's we have to manually correct things. So hopefully everyone has done it. Double check now, and I think Hannes will get on to pairing the players ASAP, and then we can get going and see how much time we need for the round. It's possible that it's delayed into the next week anyway, because now we have the Champions games, right? So it's still 8 games to be played, and if it's 4-4, we have the deciders, and those will always, I think, land on Monday usually, because people are taking Sunday is one of the most popular days to still play. So in any case, I would expect someone to go 4-4 here, more than one.
Yeah,
even.
yeah. It probably several.
Okay. Anyone else has anything else to add, or should we wrap it up here?
I think just good luck, Mia, and good luck to everyone else still participating. It's gonna be a blast, and yeah, hopefully we'll get some games streamed as well. So if there's someone out there that wants to stream some games, please do. It would be fun to watch more games in the top cut. So good luck to everyone.
Yeah, and thank you all for watching tonight. Hope you enjoy the rest of the World Cup. We'll try to get some streaming, and to those that are still playing, of course, best of luck. And hope you have fun. This is where all the fun starts, I think. So see you around, and have a nice evening.
Bye.
Bye bye.